Hello, everybody. We are back with the Book and Pod. I am Cristal, and I'm here with Michael today. And we are very excited to talk about the Denver Broncos facing the Giants this Sunday. And, I think we wanted to start really civil, Michael, and just kind of really come in with the stats and everything. But I think there's a lot of other things that have to be kind of discussed and just really brought to everybody's attention, especially if you don't know what's happening in the Twitter sphere. But Michael, I don't know if you kind of want to jump in and maybe give some cues of what's been
It
happening.
is literally the Royal Rumble out there. People are coming in from left and right. Basically, the Giants believe Nick Bonito is not Nick Bonito,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Bonito is basically calling them, "No, you guys are delusional for even thinking that." And for them to pretend they don't know who Nick Bonito is crazy. Like, come on, that's embarrassing. So they got
That's
offended. They got offended. They're talking about the rookie quarterback, and we've all been there when they were talking about Bo Nix last season. We'd kind of be like, "Come on, that's our QB."
mhm.
And so, Jackson Dart with his necklace, that he has, and so man, it was just an all-out war out there. And of course,
Apparently.
I tell those Broncos do not sink to those Giants levels. Like, we're good. Be good out there and enjoy.
I
What do you
think we
think about
also
it?
yeah, and that's why I remember too, right? That's why Benito, I think, is kind of like he deleted his tweet afterwards. I think that's the one thing that's kind of going around. You deleted the tweet, blah blah blah. Um, he's still a young guy, and I understand that like trash talk too and everything, but I don't think it was smart to rile up the defense. I don't think you should also be doing this to somebody who's like close to being, as I said, defensive player of the year. Like it is just so interesting to me considering that I think it was who was the one that was saying the that supposed yeah, it was talking about Jackson Dart's necklace and
Oh,
everything, but it was
Cooper.
just Cooper. Yeah, so it was just taken in a completely different direction. And I'm just like, he was kind of throwing some respect, but also that's kind of like how, they trash talk. That's how the game is played too. But the fans just seem to have taken it to a completely different level. And it seems like a lot. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, for me it was positive because that just shows you they how much attention to detail that they paid attention to. That they know
Mm,
everything. This guy's moves. They probably know what his favorite songs are. Like they are that in tuned in that they're gonna take every advantage they can, whether it's a physical or a mental one. When you're
yeah.
on that field, basically anything goes. Besides talking about someone's mom, everything goes. So
I can't even say like, yeah, that's so bad because I'm not gonna lie. Some of these comments, some of these things, they've
yeah,
just been
oh
like,
man,
they're
people are
also just
creative. They're creative.
yeah, they are very creative. To the point where some are maybe not so creative, where they're just like jabbing. If I got any Giants fan, if we have any Giants fans watching this video, like y'all, I just think we have to remember there is such a thing and there is a place of like trash talking. And of course, it's sports, right? Do the fan base, everything, but it gets to a certain degree when you're literally insulting players or like hoping for injuries, as an example, where that's not okay, Like, I mean, I don't know if you agree, Michael, but I think that is definitely crossing the line. Like, that's not even, other
Yeah.
players aren't hoping other players or other athletes get injured too. So why y'all as fans
You
sitting
know,
on
I
the
try
couch?
I try not to pay attention to those people who don't have, their picture on the profile because
Mm.
they tend to send some crazy things like that. So yeah, disgusting.
I agree. I agree. But with this being said, too, don't just want to diminish the fact that, or don't want to diminish this awesome game, this matchup that we are going to see, which, to your point, might be a huge Royal Rumble, treating it like a playoff game, it seems like. But there's a lot of significant meaning happening on Sunday. Some great things are happening on Sunday. You have a beautiful jersey kind of showing who is going to be inducted to the Broncos Hall of Fame. And we are so excited and happy that Demarius Thomas is going to be appreciated this Sunday, along with all of those who won, not all of them, but most of them that won the Super Bowl 50 for the Broncos, which is going to be absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, those guys were all great. DT, went to a whole bunch of Bronco games. I watched him score a whole bunch of touchdowns.
Mm,
He went from a guy being at Georgia Tech saying he was injured prone to being one of the best receivers I've ever seen the Denver Broncos have, and might be the best receiver in my mind. Discussion for later, but it was unfortunate to what happened to such a good guy like that. But getting all the Super Bowl 50 guys back together was great. I heard C.J. Anderson. He says he likes to lay low, but for any time for the
yep.
Broncos Super Bowl 50, he's willing to come out. And
Yeah.
so these guys are all excited. We forgive you, Bradley Roby, for talking bad about the Broncos. You're welcome back too. You can come back. If we forgive you, you know. But
Yes.
Chris Harris Jr. and all them, it's going to be great. That place is going to be freaking rocking. I tried to make it out there. Unfortunately, I couldn't.
Hmm.
But man, it is going to be freaking rocking.
Oh yeah. And I mean those tickets are expensive. And I feel like after all this rumble happening, I feel like they low-key been skyrocketing just a little bit more. But to your point, the energy of Empower Field on Sunday is gonna be so amazing. And Akeem Talibia will be there. I think Emmanuel Sanders also said was gonna be there. We all know Peyton Manning will be there, of course, since he just loves us so much. But it's just to your point, like that environment and that power alone is gonna be so significant and beautiful. And again, like I don't think this was a game for people to be talking a lot of trash considering the significance that
Yeah,
this Sunday holds, Like they're going to be playing for Demarius Thomas, one of the best Bronco players that we have had. So,
I mean, I remember when the Broncos played the 49ers and they retired Jerry Rice's jersey that night. I was
mm,
like, man, we're going to get blown out the water. And we won the Super Bowl that year. And sure enough, we got freaking killed.
yeah.
When you just have those special moments, the crowd is rocking, the team is rocking. I honestly expect us to win like 31-13.
Oh, wow.
I
Really?
really feel that we're going to put it on the Giants. I really feel that the offense will put something together. I wouldn't be surprised if Bonito gets his strip sack. Maybe the
Mm.
trifecta with a touchdown. So be prepared, Giants. Be prepared, G-men.
I am so excited for a beautiful defensive performance. Like it's not just because, again, our defense is amazing, but again, all this smack talk and just like, all right, like I think that deleted tweet as well was kind of a significant thing on his end, being like, you know what, let me not do the fighting online, right? Like it's gonna be on the field. It's gonna be really proving and really showing what we can do on the field. So yeah, I see the defense really pulling through. I don't know if I see Broncos scoring that high though. Like Michael, you are optimistic. I love
Well,
that.
remember, I said the defense is going to get 7, so that
That's
that means the
true.
offense would only have to do 24. So
That's still a lot to me.
that's that's how I'm doing it. They're gonna celebrate the way the Super Bowl 50 defense played because they had turnovers and they had touchdowns. That's the
Oh
only
my
thing keeping
gosh.
them. That's the only thing keeping them away. Comparison to that team, is that team had a lot of turnovers and
Yeah.
scores and stuff like that.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
but they're just good, and I'll be sad. I don't think Von Miller's going to be there, right? Like
I don't think so.
that.
No.
Like he's one of the favorites, the best all time. So it will be sorry not to have him there. Good for him. He's still playing in the NFL, right?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
so
I
yeah,
mean, think about it too. If he did like make a presence, like Benito would have gone off 10 times more, right? Because that's Benito's role model. He plays by the style of Von Miller, and that's why he's been so significant. He's such a fighter. So I absolutely agree with you. Do you think, with the alumni being there on Sunday, with this dominating defense on Sunday, do you think like it's gonna be like somewhat spiritual? Like we kind of like bring back, like I don't know, like you kind of like
you're gonna
bring
feel
back
it
that
when you
passion.
breathe. They're gonna feel it when you breathe that air. You're gonna be like, yeah, this is what it feels like to be a championship
Mm,
team. And I hope they run with it. I hope they can be consistent is what the Broncos need to be in order to become that team. They're very inconsistent right now.
yeah,
From penalties, that I don't expect any offense to execute 3rd and 20s. Third and 15s.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
so they keep shooting themselves in the foot. They're holding, not lining up correctly, blocking the wrong guys.
yeah.
I'm
This
like,
offensive line.
Oh man,
Like I can't. Like I woke up early Sunday morning for that. I couldn't. I can't even go in right now because it will just make me so aggravated. Like we need to do something. And I think that's why I'm just so nervous about our offense. And like still, I know you said what 24 points that they got. That's just so much to me.
yeah, they're doing
but
it.
you know, I to your point, like they seem to have been getting more of a rhythm towards the end of that game. Granted, Jets almost won by that was a little scary still. But like, thank you for our defense. But it's still like it gives you hope that okay, it's clicking, it's getting there. I need Sean Payton as well to just trust his quarterback. And not trust his offensive line as much. Get on the offensive line just as much as you're getting on your QB right now. You know, like your QB has been doing well. I'm not gonna blame a lot on Bo Nix. Granted, yes, I know he has done a lot and has messed up quite a bit, but it's just the play calling. You know, I really need some good things happening this Sunday, and our to your point, our offense really needs to show out.
Yeah, I think that at some point, I don't want to say Bo needs to rebel,
Mm,
or at some point, Sean needs to be like, "All right, Bo, put your money where your mouth is. If you want the up tempo, go ahead and take a series. This series is
gotcha.
yours." And
Mm,
at some point that has to happen because that just I think that builds Bo's confidence. And
yeah.
so I trust Sean. He has some great plays. They just don't need to be all great. Is
Mm,
what I'm saying. Is keep it simple. We'll take the
gotcha.
5 yards at a time. We don't need to
Right.
hit a home run. We're
Exactly.
okay with that. Especially with our defense. But
Especially.
sometimes it looks like a circus out there, and I'm like, Jesus, like this is embarrassing. Like it
Yeah.
was really embarrassing last week. Like I felt like I got up to watch this. Like, dang.
Yeah. See, it was hard. We were all like with our coffee, like, bro, like
I was
this is
over
not
here
even
just hyping up the defense because that's all I could.
right. Benito got that last one. I'm like, let's go, Cooper. Oh my god. And like, hats off to him as well. What a stellar game from him. And like, I guess like when you are that good, it's kind of hard not to kind of talk that smack, you know? So I know that that's what kind of plays into it as well too. And it just adds so much excitement to this game on Sunday. I don't know. I don't know how you're feeling besides like you're
Yeah,
ready. Like
well,
it's just
Bonito and Cooper, right? And speaking of Cooper, he says some things. I'm moving on to another part that I loved. I know sometimes everybody's like, "Dude, you're drama, Mike," but man, I love this stuff sometimes. The fact that he knew Jackson Dart inside out. Like some
mm,
of these Giants fans, I know their feelings got hurt that Cooper knew more about their QB than they did, you know. And so, their feelings got hurt. He mentioned the necklace, their feelings got hurt. I'm like, man, our guys are tuned in. They know what everything your guy's doing. They're not worried about a guy who threw for like 155 yards or under 200, whatever it was. Like they're
mm-hmm.
not worried about that.
Right. Or
I
Rob
will,
Gronkowski look-alike or like whatever the case is as well too, right? It's just ridiculous. And not
yeah,
only that, like
it was.
y'all are crying about a necklace. Do you know Akib Talib and his relationship with Crabtree? Like, come on, y'all. Please stop. Don't.
It's his sisters. We don't care whose it is. Like, take that back
Yeah.
to Claire's. Go
Don't
get
wear it.
another one. Yeah,
I know.
plain and
Just
simple.
exactly. Don't wear it because guess what? Benito's gonna or Cooper's gonna yank that chain and it's not
Thank
gonna
you.
be good
Thank
news
you.
at all. As far as like what my score is for the Giants and Broncos, I don't have it as high, but I still don't have the Giants scoring a single touchdown. I have them at 6 and I have our Broncos at 21. Again, not the highest scoring game, but I just think that with the averages and the previousness, like I think our defense is going to go off. I think they're going to hold them to a field goal every single time. If they get to a touchdown, it might be pure freaking luck. I'm being so honest. Like to your point, they might come in, the offense will come in thinking all high and mighty. And yeah, our defense might be the one
No, and
scoring more than
that's
our
how the
offense.
Patriots, Bill Belichick used to win, just the same way you're talking about, 21-6. He knew
Mm-hmm.
he didn't had to do too much on offense because the defense was always good. So you're describing the right game plan, Crystal. Nobody
Yeah.
should be upset if we win 21-6. We're upset when we're winning 7-6. That's when we're like, hey, what's going on, offense? So you make
Yes,
a great point. That would be the ideal score. Of course, I think our defense is going to turn to the Super Bowl 50 defense,
I
and they're
love
going to
that.
score maybe one, maybe two. So I'm saying 31-13.
Wouldn't
The
it
Giants
be?
the Giants get one against the backups, in the late fourth quarter,
Oh,
so
yeah, right.
yeah,
There you go. It would be
so
great if like Benito made a touchdown and Cooper did too. Like, wouldn't that be just like
oh my goodness, you would not.
chef's kiss?
I will be getting blocked left and right. I will be getting blocked left and right because I went and I got all kinds of bookmarks. Like I got all
Same.
kinds
Me
of
too.
bookmarks.
Me
Like, all
too.
right, okay, I'm keeping that receipt.
And I'm sure there's a lot of bookmarks on my tweets as well. So it just seems to be a whole battle. But thank you, Giants fans, for coming out of the woodworks once in a blue moon, because I haven't really seen y'all or interacted with y'all in the gods know how long. But we will see how it's going to be this Sunday, right, Michael?
Yep, this Sunday I will find a place to tune in because I'm taking the kids to Disneyland this weekend. So
Oh, fun! That's
going
going to
with
be
the
so great.
wifey and doing all that stuff. And I was like, I hate when you guys do this during the NFL season, but family first.
It's funny you say that because I'm actually going to go to a pumpkin patch on Sunday as well while this game's happening. So I'll still be wearing my Bonito 100%, but it's just going to be in different circumstances. Streaming on my phone, of course.
Yeah, exactly. I'll be stuck on my phone, so I'm hoping that's when we take a break and go to the hotel for a little while. So
I hope so. Yes, you deserve that too. But yes, I'm excited. I am ready for this game. Any last thoughts, Michael, before we head out?
hey, Bronco fans, way to represent. Don't let these Giants fans talk smack to you. Way to hold it down. Like I say, Broncos possibly two defensive scores. Ideally, it would be Cooper and Bonito, but I'm thinking it's gonna be Bonito and PS2. I think it's gonna be our top
Oh,
dogs,
there
and
you go.
I'm not gonna call it the dynamic duo. It's more like Superman and Superman, because they're
Ah, there
both
you
freaking
go.
amazing. Yeah, it's the
As you said it.
Superman and his cousin, the Superwoman. That's the dynamic duo we're looking at right now. Two
There
of
you
the
go. Well, as you
strongest.
said, the Super Bowl 50 defense. They're going to show up. You said
Yeah,
it.
it's going to motivate these guys. So expect it to be rowdy. If you can get a ticket, get out there. Like these are the moments we Bronco fans should be living for.
Yes.
Okay,
And
pick
not
it up,
only
Sean Payton.
that, yeah, yes. Not only that, too. The first, I think, 2,500 people who get there, first fans that get there, they get a nice, like, gold necklace with the 50-year anniversary for the
Oh,
Broncos. So if you are going, get there with time because you get a nice giveaway the first couple of fans that are there. So get that, man. Get that chain.
get that chain.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining. And remember, if it ain't about the Broncos, buck 'em.
Buck 'em.
Bye.